Alright, welcome back everyone to game 2 in a best of 3 between Swag and the feeder Johnathan, or it looks like that name rings a bell for me, Strawberries in Dota. So I remember them from either season 1 or 2, seeing that tag. Pretty sweet logo, actually, but probably heard the draft going through the music. Obviously a little underways, but let's get into it. So Razor Nakes being taken out once again here by Strawberries. Don't want to play against those heroes, which I suppose is understandable, but not certain about the Razor being more important than the Bat Rider, as Swag picks it up here again. But either way, Razor Nakes will be banned out. They opt to go with a Visage here, as they're picking second. No, they had the first pick, and they picked the Visage over the Bat Rider. So interesting there. It's a great hero, obviously. Bat can be sort of shut down by a couple heroes that are in the game now, finally, such as Abaddon. There's other good supports as well that do the job. You know, Jakiro, Shadow Demon, Disruptor, Abaddon all do decently well, as OD can face him in lanes too and do okay. But Swag takes him out first, as well as the Darkseer, and they're going to go with the Bat Rider Naga. So at least Strawberries denied the Visage Naga combination, which is very strong. Two supports to have together. It's kind of ridiculous. At level 6, when you're both level 6, like, you can kill anybody you find. Net, Familiars, Riptide, and then Familiar Stuns, Soul Assumption. It's pretty much GG. And now they're going to go with the Timbersaw. So they did ban it out in game 1. Going to pick it up here as their second pick, and it's pretty early. But at least we will be heading into another stage of banning. Wouldn't be surprised to see Squee pick up a Quap here for swacky-ass Gs, some wacky-ass Gs, as Quap does really well against the Timbersaw in the mid lane. Reactive Armor is amazing versus other melee heroes or right-clickers, but the damage output from Queen of Pain's a little too much for Timbersaw to handle. That being said, however, you can find a kill either way in that lane. I mean, Timbersaw can get you, especially if you get near those trees. But it would give Quap the edge 9 out of 10 times probably. But Swag takes it out. That's my phone. My ringtone is awesome. Apologies. That might have been loud. Backing up into the bans, though. Quap and Weaver being taken out here. Pretty solid bans, I think. I'm a little surprised at the Quap ban, but I always have trouble figuring out who picks next. Looks like, okay, so Swag gonna be picking first. Again, yeah, I don't know why they banned Quap. I feel like they want it. Maybe they want to put the Bat Rider middle. But Weaver is taken out as a carry option for Swag. It's pretty nice. The Scarabs, as well as the Nagasai and Riptide, both do armor. Why can't I? Armor reduction, there we go. So they do lane well together. Riptide bugs, some auto attacks, Saguchi damage. Can take people out pretty quickly. Obviously, you kind of want to pair it with the Visage, but any other stun will do. Vengeful Spirit, even more armor reduction, as well as the damage aura, depending which one she decides to go. Could be a good support pickup here. Still don't understand the Quap ban. I thought they would have wanted that. And I don't really see Strawberries picking it. Maybe Timbersaw, they're thinking that's going to be off lane for sure. Maybe they want Bat-Timbersaw matchup. Bat Rider is actually pretty good against Timbersaw. Maybe not in... probably in the lane too. Like, Timbersaw's got the burst, so he can definitely kill. Especially Reactive Armor is pretty nice to get that health back. But the turn radius slow from Sticky Napalm can really screw over your Timber chaining. You think you can get out when you normally could. Aren't ready for your turn radius. Can't turn around to throw the Timber chain, and then you die. So that's kind of how that goes. Also, the lasso is available for him as well. And net doesn't really interact great with Timbersaw. Once you're netted, you can Timber Chain out of it because you can cast. It's a physical ensnare. Little stun, so it doesn't work incredible, but can buy you enough time sometimes as waiting for the bans. Abaddon, smart choice. They don't want to play it, and you definitely won't have a fun time as Bat Rider playing against an Abaddon. Anyone you lasso will immediately be unlassoed and like healed back, so it kind of sucks. You can wait to bait for the Aphotic Shield, but Aphotic Shield at level 4 is like a 6-second cooldown, so I don't know. It's a hard game. They take it out, and Bounty Hunter was the 4th ban out by Strawberries, so maybe a little scared of that that signature Jesus Bounty Hunter.
10 seconds remaining.
Make fun of him about. It's actually really good. But
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Alright, waiting to pick up their third hero here. In case anyone isn't already aware, I know I've went over it a couple times. Alchemist pick up here, so surprised that stayed in that long, actually. Really great carry. Really great in defensive or aggressive lanes. I like him a little more in defensive, just so you do have the option to get Grievel's Greed and really just snowball out of control early with some big items. But in case anyone joining us, CEVO Season 3 placements, these are just to determine if you get into main. If you lose this, you'll be in open with the rest of us. And open signups start pretty soon if they haven't already, so maybe keep a lookout for that on CEVO.com, of course. And the prize money, $1,500 in prize money just in Dota 2 alone for CEVO Season 3. So make sure to check out how that's all broken down. You can check on the website. There was also a post made about it on the subreddit for Dota 2, so make sure to check that out, possibly upvote it, do what you gotta do. And of course, follow me on Twitch and Twitter or Facebook or YouTube. Pretty much anything, and you'll make my day. They're all website.com/FMBPDota. So you should be able to find them pretty easily. But either way, waiting for the third pickup here. What's it going to be? They got a potential mid offlaner in the Timbersaw and a support in the Visage. So still looking for maybe another mid or offlaner as well as a carry and a support. Could be any of those. I mean, what are really good here that can go with this pretty well? I'd like to see another stunning support. Maybe Venge. I don't know, she's a little slow, a little squishy. Same thing with Crystal Maiden. A little slower, a little squishier. But they offer great spells, great utility in the early game. Crystal Maiden pretty much between level 2 and 3, so she scales off pretty quickly. But okay, Rubik. Gosh, what am I thinking? It's hard to remember all the heroes when you're not looking at them all. But yeah, Rubik, great pickup here. Nice stun for Visage to get some hits in. Of course, Fade Bolt damage as well to build up the Soul Assumption meter. Should be quality supports in those two heroes. And now Swag looking to get another support of their own. Maybe a jungler, maybe an Enigma. Let's see some Enigma Naga Siren. I'm really surprised that's not coming back, as Enigma got a buff into the Malefice recently. Naga Siren, obviously now a support. Fits much better into that role after she did get nerfed pretty heavily after TI2. But now she's back in the meta, of course. Just in time for TI3 and afterwards as a support now. They go with the Clockwork, though, for their offlaner. So quality pick there. It looks like Bat will be in the jungle this game or middle. Yet to be seen. I think they maybe want a different mid versus Timbersaw if he will show his face in that lane. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see, as right now kind of ambiguous where Timbersaw and or Batrider are gonna lane themselves. As now Strawberry's looking to get their fourth pick here. Ah, Dimitri, what a friend. Signups start tonight at midnight.
5 seconds
okay,
remaining.
So tonight at midnight. That's for open, so make sure to get involved in that if you want to play. There is a money on the line in open. I think first is either
Radiant team ban.
I want to say first is $250 for open, so decent money there. Main's a little better, $750 and $250. So make sure to check it out. It should be great.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Sorry, responding to some messages there, people asking some questions about CEVO and whatnot, as well as trying to get some more information out of Dimitri. But we got some bans coming out. It looks like Sven was picked up, so a little throwback carry there. Should actually be decent against the Alchemist. There's one thing that worries me. Alchemist can dodge that stun with his ultimate if he times it right. So we'll have to wait and see how much of a player Zilu is here on this Alchemist. But the bans were Jakiro being taken out by Strawberries, and the Lone Druid going to be banned by some
10
wacky
seconds
SGs.
remaining.
They're pretty much convinced that Timbersaw's going mid. I think the last pick will
5
really let
seconds
us know where
remaining.
he's going, as now Swag onto their 5th pick need one more support.
10 seconds
I'm all for
remaining.
Venge right now. Just gonna put that out there. Oh, okay, that's even better actually. My favorite hero,
Dire
one of my
team
favorite heroes
pick.
being picked up there. Enchantress. Venge could have been good. More armor reduction on top of Acid Spray and Riptide. Kind of ridiculous. You kill 2 people on Strawberries, you can literally Roche at like level 6 in a couple seconds. But they pick up the Enchantress, and oddly enough, can also Roche early with levels in Untouchable. But yeah, so Bat's gonna be into the mid lane, and Klink's the last pick up there. Fish looks like he's gonna play him, maybe in a solo safe, as they maybe look to go aggressive here with the Visage Sven Rubik combination against this Alchemist Naga Siren duo lane. Although I expect Smurs to be camping that lane for a while there in the early game, if not staying there or bringing some big creeps over. We'll see how it goes as we head into Game 2. Swag taking Game 1. And you know, classic Dota 2 crash, of course. And of course you have to wait for Steam to synchronize, which takes forever. It's really annoying. Hopefully there's not a patch or anything. There it goes. I'll be back in soon. Maybe they paused, but if not, shouldn't miss much. We'll just rush the introductions. What are you gonna do? Dota 2 does not like being minimized 6,000 times. Alright, here we are. So, looks like they've already run around a little bit, so let's do these introductions quickly, and of course my
30
net graph is
seconds
back
to
on.
battle. Will I need my calculator for this?
Alright, so now we're ready. Sorry about that. Sometimes it happens, Dota crashes. But now, into the bot lane here for the side of Strawberries on the Dire this time. We've got TWK, Shorty knows what's up on the Coddle this time. Visage in an aggro tri-lane, followed up by Easy J, switching up roles, farming here on the Sven. And a Rap Game Walt Jr. here on the Rubik. Who was that last game? Who knows? We'll figure it out eventually. Avery, mid lane on the Timbersaw, so sticking to his role, going mid lane. And last but not least, Fish here, safe lane. So it looks like he's just the 1 role here, and maybe Sven's the 3. Or the Sven player, which would be Easy J, the 3 player, as he played Darkseer in Game 1. But now, over to Swag here, actually taking this aggressive versus Klink. So Smurzito on the Enchantress, aggressive jungling along with Spooderman on the Naga. Zilu here with Dust, which was actually pulled by Smurs here on the Alchemist. In the mid lane, we find Squee on the Batrider. Definitely, I've seen him play Batrider a lot. Very competent. Maybe look for him to be a little over aggressive and potentially feed a kill in the mid lane, but we've got Zeus on a Clockwork here. Solo safe Clockwork, a little interesting. I think this draft, it's probably good, mainly just because the Batrider can make so much space. Clockwork will get levels pretty quickly, and Enchantress can kind of turn into a core damage dealer later on, but maybe has some holes if it's drawn into the late game by this Klink Sven lineup, but we'll see. The sleep and the big ults and fire and team fight should do a lot of work. And we'll see how well Zulu can farm up here. He does pick up Unstable Concoction first. We'll see if he even decides to get Grievel's Greed. Normally you don't in an aggressive tri-lane. Right now it's just a Klink, so it's not the biggest deal if he doesn't get it. However, if these supports decide to roll up and maybe just switch the lanes completely, you're gonna be sorry if you've got points in that Grievel's Greed. Mid lane, Squee keeping the stacks on, running out of mana, needs to get up that bottle. It's coming out to him now. Hopefully he realizes this and doesn't slay his own courier there. Taking some tower hits, continuing to put the napalm stacks. They're up to 5 now. We can see that turn rate is being affected heavily, and that's only at level 1. Oh, well, turn rate's lowest constant, so what do you know? Timbersaw maybe looking to go in here. The stacks did drop. We'll receive another one as the matchup. The last sitting in this lane, let's see, 11 to 3 as we head bottom. No action yet. They have yet to jump on the Clockwork, but Clockwork with the rockets, with the cogs, as long as they get those cogs off before the Stormhammer projectile hits them, should be able to live, actually. I think they'll have a hard time diving him at that tower. Squee now getting aggressive in the mid lane. Once again, it doesn't look like... I don't think the Fire Burn stacks up reactive armor. Oh, Jesus could be trouble getting pinged out. Grabbing the creep wave, though, is TWK, taking a lot of damage. And let's see if Zeus decides to maybe go for a bottle or something. And the top lane, the first blood goes out. Clinks will drop. Looks like the net into the Centaur stun there from Smerzito, as well as Concoction was enough to take him out. Got there kind of right at the tail end. So sorry about that, but first blood drawn. Gonna go over to Swag once again, taking out the Clinks. That early dust pays off. Actually, did they even use it? Yes, they did. Squee being again very aggressive, trying to push the lane out. You kind of want to keep the lane push. Actually, going for the kill here. Really nice flame break. One more attack here should do it. Doesn't even need to attack. Will just run him down with the flame and taking a kill in the mid lane. Bat Rider killing Timbersaw. So well done there by Squee. That flame break was really nice. And in that matchup, I feel like you definitely want to keep the wave pushed, because Timbersaw with a Whirling Death can push the lane, and if he pushes to your tower, he can dive you pretty easily with those trees there. So always a good idea to keep the lane kind of pushed back against the Timbersaw, or push it as much as he pushes it to sort of maintain an equilibrium there. And Jesus, is he getting any farm in this bottom lane? And Clinks goes down again. You know what? I'm sorry for missing that kill. Even the Wildkin Tornado seeing some action there, as Smurs will pick that up, and I assume he actually got it maybe with the Tornado, but I don't know. But back to the bot lane, Jesus here, actually getting some farm. He's 8-0, Easy J here at 14-8, so doing pretty well. The supports now rotate top. Let's see, Grievel's Greed does have 1 point, so it's not the end of the world, as he was able to get Acid Spray into a Concoction before they got up here. And now Avery could be in trouble. The net goes out from Spooter, but it doesn't look like that's really going to result in anything. So supports rotate top, and now the supports rotate out of top on the side of Swag. As Spooter going back to base to regen. Smurs going to continue jungling up here. And now even Zilu rotating to the bot lane here on the Jesus. Rotating to the bot lane on the Alchemist as Jesus TP's top lane to again go 1 versus 3 on this tri lane, although Smurs may be flirting with danger here as the support's going to discover him here pretty soon. Courier still not upgraded on the side of Strawberries, maybe they pick it off, but Smurs will be found out. Still very squishy at this stage, needs to get the heal off, will indeed get the heal off. Now they're going to turn this around on the Rubik, getting pretty low, Fire doing a lot of work, 2 stacks. Smurs though, not that tanky with the heal this early on as Avery comes in with the burst damage, but it does allow Squee to pick up a double kill, taking out the Visage and the Rubik, as well as the Courier running in here. Will grab the Courier, and they're just going to call GG at 5 minutes and 26 seconds. Once again, don't really agree with the GG call. I mean, it's always good to get some practice, especially practice when you're playing from behind. So if you guys watch the VOD, maybe make sure to take that, I don't know. It's good advice to just play from behind. Stress your team a little bit when you're losing. You know, it's good for you. Unless you're losing a TI3 and then everything falls apart. But we're not there yet, as this is just CEVO Season 3 placements. As always, I was Helium from FMBP Dota. Solo casting tonight. Congrats to Swag for their second victory in their group, as they look to be strong contenders in CEVO main. But I guess they got to make it out of the placements first. Shouldn't have too much trouble. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to go to CEVO.com, get all the information you need. Check out, try to find the post on the Dota 2 subreddit, and follow me on Twitch. That is all.